This podcast contains a video capture of TMNT, The Last Ronin, Chapter 1. The original video was uploaded to YouTube by ComicsTube. Thank you to them, and I will link their channel in the description below. And without further ado, please enjoy the video. Like, share, subscribe. What's going on, y'all? It's your boys, Georgia Bros 5. We're coming to you live with another recording. Back again for the very first time. It's your boy, Channel D, aka the quintessential pencilin. Hold on. Product placement. They sponsor us. I'm joined by my brothers as God is witnesses. Please introduce yourselves.
What's going on, y'all? I was waiting for the cans.
I like that.
You like that?
It's your boy John Sheen.
All right, man. What's good, y'all, man? It's Darius.
Okay. And while we have y'all's undivided attention, please consider subscribing, consider liking, consider sharing, commenting, consider supporting your boys, the Georgia Bros 5 GBV. We are doing content for you, and this time we got another video, a follow-up to our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video about The Last Ronin. Joshine, man, handle this.
Man, The Last Ronin, book 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. If you guys remember our predictions on our first video,
take them back.
Pretty accurate.
Spot on.
With a lot of that stuff. The first one being who the Last Ronin might be. I know both me and Darius said the same person, I think.
All three of us did.
I'm not certain. We all said the same person? Okay, all right. We'll say that for last, though, just in case you know. Yeah, just to. I don't think he did either, Darius. I don't think he did either, but we'll let him have it.
It's okay.
We'll say that.
Wait, what do I win? What do I win if I was right?
What do you win?
Yeah, what do I win?
You don't get anything, really.
That's crazy.
Honestly.
All right, wow. That's wild. I'm broke ass. All right, let's go. Continue.
You can not get hit.
You know what? That sounds pretty good. Yeah. That sounds good.
All right, please.
So I do get hit if I was wrong?
You can get jumped, bro. If that's what you want, that's what can happen.
I don't want that. Continue. Why would I want that?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things I think I might have said this one is that the turtle might have like some psychological issues after losing all his brothers, and that the person that he is probably talking to, like in the panels that they released, was going to be his brothers or some random person that he ran into, like helping him on the mission. And it turned out to be the brothers. He's been talking to them, and almost like they're actually there, giving him tips like while he's fighting and saying, "Oh, might not want to do that." And then the Last Ronin would be like, "I'm gonna do it." Stuff like that. You guys want to put in anything on that point?
I enjoyed how they did that. Because I mean, they didn't, as you're reading through it, they didn't open it up and say, "Oh, he's talking to his dead brothers." You know, exactly. He was doing it, and they kind of portrayed it like a voice in his head. You know, kind of that he's going back and forth with. So I like the way they delivered it. It's like you said, you know, we kind of thought they may do something kind of like that. So I enjoyed it a lot. I thought they executed it really well. Yeah, I'm glad it's not just like, oh, they're gone. I don't know, figure out some other guidance or something. I'm glad they can bring them back in some kind of spirit.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I share the same sentiment. The Last Ronin, or TLR, I thought was pretty cool, great comic. And then, like you guys said, with our predictions and whatnot, I thought it was pretty spot on. And then, obviously, seeing the way they executed The Last Ronin, kind of speaking with his brothers throughout the course of the comic, especially on the fight scenes, man, that shit was pretty cool. I was chilling. I loved it.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the whole, like, him infiltrating like this base, and like the kind of cyberpunk feel that
like the world they're in or whatever?
Yeah, like kind of like what New York has changed into. It's like completely different from what we're used to in the traditional TMT.
To me, it was. It felt like, I mean, I'm not used to seeing TMNT like that. So to see it in that kind of fashion was very. I mean, I guess playing video games and whatnot, I'm kind of used to seeing that kind of world building and this, that, and the other going on. But definitely seeing that in TMNT was like, wow, because if you play the games, if you watch the show, even the new Nickelodeon show, New York does not look like that. So it's kind of wild to see it like that. But like I said, it was cool. It was cool. But I do think that's going to come into effect with, especially with the opponents that he's facing, because you see he's fighting robots,
right?
Automated machines or androids or whatever. So it's kind of like, So it makes me think like, is his first big baddie going to be some kind of animatron or some kind of robot-esque monster he's gonna fight? It's gonna be a person. It's gonna be a mob. Like what's his biggest threat gonna be? Makes you wonder who his antagonist actually is.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't like too shocked by it. I guess on one hand it kind of gave me some like what's that dude name? Batman Beyond. Kind of gave me some Batman Beyond vibes, like jump to the future. Yeah, but like a lot of it gave me a lot of like Batman Beyond era Gotham vibes. It's obviously advanced, but still kind of punkish and out of control. You can tell there's a whole bunch of civil unrest. Probably a lot of you saw people out there. Marching and picketing stuff and just all kind of stuff. So I thought it was cool. And then I actually played some of the old it was not the super old, but it was on GameCube Ninja Turtles game, and like in that game most of the stuff you fought were robots.
I think we actually might have played that together.
I know Darius.
It's the one they have like the tattoos, right? Are you talking about that one?
They have tattoos?
Not that
one.
one.
They made like 3.
Yeah.
I remember one Darius was talking about. We played that one together. I remember playing.
Yeah, it was a multiplayer one. I'm sure all of them are. But on that one they had a lot of the stuff you fought.
The newest one recently wasn't. It was. Maybe it just wasn't the one you bought on PS4, Joshy. Was it just?
Yeah, you could play with each other, but you had to be
couch co-op
on like couch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay,
But so based off of that, I was kind of used to them fighting robots and them needing to use those to match up to fight the turtles or something. I'm interested to see what else they break out, in the next issue as far as adversaries go.
Yeah. I think we also touched on if he would be like reckless or not while he's trying to like get his revenge.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have talked about that. Do you guys think? I think
Totes reckless.
Yeah, I think he was like super reckless with a lot of stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
And like even the brothers were even telling him like, yo, you need to like chill out. Like you can't just do this.
Right.
And he was like, nah, see, it worked anyway. And I was like, what?
Almost didn't though.
You
almost joined him.
You almost died. Like,
you almost joined your boys. Like, especially once you find out who it is, you'd be like, that man being a little extra reckless. Like,
yeah.
It was wild. I remember that he had one part where I think it was he fell like from some crazy height, and he had blood all in his mouth. And he was like, almost done. And I was just,
It was
just like, bro, that was high. Like that was stories up. Like you almost did not make that fall.
Granted, he didn't do that to himself. It was the robot that pushed him out the window.
Right.
But dang, I was about to say something.
Go ahead.
The fighting. Did you guys like the fighting? Like
the
use of like all the weapons. I know it's not animated, so it's hard to really be like I'm fighting, but like just like the weapon.
Of course, I think it's dope. I would play a Ronin game.
Yes, I would too.
You can go, Dora.
Speaking of media, would you guys think that this comic series will evolve into something like show or web series or a movie, animated movie? Or do you think this is going to stay just a comic book?
I think it's possible, but there's been so much TMNT content in graphic novels and comics that have not gotten
right
any type of airtime. So
yeah, I don't.
If it happens, cool, but I don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a TV show. Maybe years down the line, maybe a movie. But yeah, nah, I definitely don't think it'll be a TV show. I kind of wouldn't want it to be.
I would like to be
I wouldn't
short or a short movie, like 45 minutes to an hour type movie. I would enjoy that. Small dose movie, nothing too drawn out, nothing too expanded. Doesn't need to be.
So I have
a
question. Oh,
what's up?
No, go ahead.
In the next one, do you think that they're going to go into a backstory of how the other turtles died, or do you think they're gonna, keep pressing forward with the whole revenge seeking?
I think now that we know who it is, I think they kind of will go into that. What happened to the other three? I think they're gonna probably expand upon that a little bit. I at least hope to know why or what happened. What about you, Joshine?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Just because he's like hurt right now, unless they do like a minor time skip type of thing, where he's like better, and then they reflect like on the healing process and how he was reflecting on what happened. But other than that, like I don't really think they can go anywhere else but to slow it down after how quickly like they were going into it. It's
yeah.
So I think this would be a good moment to talk about who the actual person is that killed off the turtles. It was Shredder's grandson, Oroku Hiroto. Sorry if I butchered that, but
it's okay.
I forgive you. Fandom forgives you.
Yeah, like I think they don't have any other choice but to slow it down after revealing who the main big bad is, and after him getting jacked up, and after them revealing who it is.
Obviously, it's Splinter.
Obviously.
Duh.
So anyway. And also, one of you guys reveal who the Last Ronin is, man.
Darius, why don't you do it? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. You know what I kind of wish I would have done? I wanted to look up maybe other people's thoughts. Because I guess unless you're like a grammar person, you could argue.
That's what I was saying.
That in the last scene, he was asking that April was asking, oh, were you dreaming about this turtle? Or were you dreaming this turtle? You know what I'm saying? But
it's pretty straightforward.
Well, all right, because
they didn't use a comma, so
that's true.
I think they did. But yeah, ultimately, April, the turtle woke up. He was like, "Oh, who were you dreaming about, Mikey?"
I think she said, "Who were you talking to?"
Yeah, Michelangelo.
Yep, and Michelangelo. And then, so some people could interpret it as, who were you talking to? Were you talking to Michelangelo? Or who were you talking to and addressing that person as Michelangelo?
Yeah, because you said they didn't use a comment, right?
I don't think they did.
Which would insinuate that she's talking, that he's not Michelangelo. Because if a comma would insinuate that he is Michelangelo.
I think they used a comma.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed that if she said a name, it would be the name of the turtle who's alive still. So,
yeah. This is just like this is just like a
like
she
would like know after spending years with them, like she would know like what turtle that is.
Right, and just so you guys all understand who watched this video. By the way, thank you. Subscribe.
Like
this is
sure.
common. This is, as we said, far in the future. Shredder's grandson is the big bad, or at least the known adversary against Michelangelo. And
he did take credit for killing the turtles.
Right. And April is much older now. She's not like senile, crazy dementia old, but she is much older now. You can tell the wear and tear of these years on Michelangelo when you read the comic a little bit. You can see he's not some young, spry, pristine-looking turtle. He definitely is older. Yeah. Not like old.
He definitely got beat up.
Yeah, he's been through his share of fights. And you can definitely tell when you look at these comics, and you look at the panels, and you look at just the descriptive detail in his physicality. And also with April, you can tell how old she is too. That she is older.
Yeah, giveaway.
I would say I would say the ugliest thing that they could do, in my opinion, with this comic right now, is open the second chapter with April mistaking who she's talking to. I don't think that would be good to open it up and he'd be like, "What? I'm actually Raphael or Leonardo or Donatello." I feel like that would be
pretty trash. I'd get over it quick. But
I'd get over it. I'd get over it super quick.
I know, but there's not much.
I'd get over it the next page, but it'd still be trash.
I wouldn't find much that I would feel like, oh, this is like very disappointing. So that's one thing I just find like that would be like, why even do that?
Yeah. I'm about 95% sure that is Michelangelo. That just, like we said in the original video, that's who I think would make the most sense for that to be. Right. That's the most shocking thing when you compare how he acted, throughout the whole comic. It's like, okay, I never would have guessed that it was Michelangelo. He was doing this, talking about killing people. He didn't make a single joke. Other things, something I thought was interesting is while you're reading it, they throw in a lot of stuff that will make you think that the Last Ronin is someone else. Because if he's talking to his three brothers, then you would think, each of their, characteristics or what he's, talking to. There was some point in time someone who was making some joke about his name, and I was like, okay, that has to be Mikey. Other time they were breaking down, he's like, oh, that's a so-and-so android. They're built like this and this and that. I'm like, all right, that's Donnie. And then, when he was up there, he was trying to focus or something. He started remembering like his core values of being a ninja or whatever, that he got from Master Splinter. And I'm like, that's some junk Leonardo does. So me personally, before he said it, I'm like, Raphael. Is this Wrath? Like, I was thinking it was Wrath up until they, revealed who it actually was, just because of, obviously how cold he was asking. And then, the voices he was talking to, that's where it started leading me. It definitely threw me when it showed it was Michelangelo, even though originally I thought that's who it should be.
Yeah, because like when he was talking to his brothers, like none of them seemed like they were Raph. Like the dead turtles, like their dialogue, like none of them really seemed like they were like
overtly
like hard set,
whatever.
Yeah. They all seemed like really light and chipper, but I didn't expect it to be Michelangelo either. When we got to the end, I didn't.
Okay.
I think like kind of how you just said it, Josh, like, because this isn't, those aren't actually his brothers, talking to him, and that's what he has in his mind, how he remembers his brothers.
Yeah.
So I think because of that, he wouldn't remember, their negative quirks or whatever. It's like, no, my brothers were fun loving, supportive, trying to keep me safe people. So that's the, thoughts he kept bouncing off himself. So I think that's probably why none of them seem like mean or raffish.
That's something I really liked about one of the last pages when he was like talking to them, and like it just felt like really warm when he
Yeah.
was like laying down, and like none of them had any like weapons on, no scarves on, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like it just like super warm. Like, hey, welcome home. Like, where you been? Like it was like super chill. None of them really seemed like they had like a personality. It was just brothers being brothers.
Talking brothers, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I loved it. I'm excited for part 2 or book 2, I should say, chapter 2, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited for the next part of this.
Yeah, I am too. It doesn't come out till December something.
Yeah.
Also, Splinter's grandson, mom, is alive and on like some form of life support thing. So I'm very curious if she's gonna have a role in the chapters to come.
I feel like she might if they included it.
Why else would they show her?
Right.
Yeah. Why would they take the time to?
Why would she not be? I mean, I don't know how important that key role is going to be, but
crap. Did they confirm it?
Yeah,
They're pretty sure they did. They confirmed that Splinter's dead, right? Master Splinter.
Yes, that is confirmed.
Hope so.
What about? Obviously, April's alive.
Yeah.
Y'all think Casey's alive?
I would hope so, because he need help. especially
wait for that help.
With mom alive, like he need help.
Yeah.
He can't do it alone. If that robot took him out, he need help.
For sure. You're gonna need some assistance.
Because that man was like, face me, and I'm like, I don't think you want that right now, man. Like,
well, I mean, he kept saying that jump, but yeah, his grandson was like, nope.
He wasn't kind of worried.
Like,
he was like, hey,
why would I do
this
that?
Nigga.
Yeah, like, hey, handle him. How he get in here?
I'm about to fight you.
Do y'all think
I'm in a suit? What are you talking about?
I'm in the top of the town. I'm in a penthouse right now. What are you saying? Yes, I'm in a penthouse.
Do y'all think that the death of the brothers was inflicted directly by the grandson?
The way that he said it.
No. What do you mean? What do you consider directly by him?
Like he's the one that killed him.
Like,
I think he had his henchmen killed him.
Like,
I almost guarantee he did not.
If you're saying like 4v1, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
you think 1-on-1?
Well, like I said in the last video, I thought that possibly, in one instance, they got split up. Somehow, some way got split up and had to fight an opponent by themselves, and that's how they fell. Or the fact that they were all in a precarious position where they were all gonna probably die. And they can only save one person. They chose to save Mikey. So I'm like, I just wonder how it is that they died. And if he says he killed him, does he mean I killed him because my guys did it, or I killed him because I killed him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's I killed him because of my guys and or robots did it.
Yeah.
I don't think he went in there and hands them up and killed them.
Hey, maybe he got
Not
rocket launcher, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that boombastic. You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, even like he really seemed worried that Mikey was gonna get to him. He was like kind of hard pressed about it. He was like, "Hey, man, stop him!"
Yeah, like
he was like worried.
Like he didn't really. It didn't seem like he carried that cockiness like really strong people carry.
Yeah.
Like he had like a power cockiness, like I'm in charge of
I'm rich,
all of this or whatever, but not like a can't nobody whoop my ass. Like he didn't have that kind of
So
thing.
Like he called the robots off. He was like, "Hey, I'm on floor 99, man.
Come on up. Come get what your brother's got."
Right.
I want him talking cash.
Come get it again.
Talk cash.
Yes.
I want to hear it all. But he wasn't doing that. So
he was not doing that. Oh man. Well, I guess that pretty much about wraps up our research about this topic about the TMNT the Last Ronin comment, and of course our follow up for what we thought was going to happen, and in most instances did happen. We have no inside information. So as we
just
always
do this.
we just knew that.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing. As always, man, we really do appreciate y'all continuing to come to this channel and support all 87 of you so far. We really do appreciate it, man. Thank y'all, man. We gonna get the numbers up. We gonna get the Georgia fam coming up, man. As always, I'm gonna link the description of our Discord in link our Discord in the description. You guys can join up on that. Definitely hit us up on Facebook. Link in the description. Drop us a like, man. Know you got a Facebook. You be at work, not working. All right, go ahead, hit that like button on Facebook. Drop us a subscribe,
hit
man. Hit the like. If you enjoy the content in this video, please consider subscribing and give us a like. We always appreciate it. And we'll bring some more content to y'all. And we'll see y'all next time. Until then, peace.